All right, now we're back on the YBR podcast with legend and well-known man 420 Jim.
Hey, how you doing today?
420 Jim, what brings you to Graham, Texas?
I want cannabis and hemp legal everywhere for everybody in the United States of America. I've been on the road 6 years, 31 states, traveling and educating, and a couple of my followers invited me to come to your little city here.
Okay, I like that. Can you tell us about this bus that's behind us?
Well, this one is the Cannabis 2. It's been on the road 2.5 years. It replaced the one that caught fire 2.5 years ago. A Vietnam vet donated it, and I travel the United States with it.
Okay. How long have you been traveling around the United States with it?
A total of 6 years, 2.5 with this one, a total of 31 states.
31 states, you say? And out of those 31 states, have you had any problems?
Oh yeah, here and there. I used to put a Calvin in the window pissing on the police departments and mayors, and thankfully I haven't had to do that over the last couple of years. They finally learned that I know my rights, I stick up for my rights, I audio and video every encounter with law enforcement. They make themselves look bad on audio and video. I don't have to do that. And then I just stick up for my rights in court, and I beat them every time.
Yes, sir, like that. Have you had any threats lately in Texas?
Oh, no. I mean, in my whole journey, I've not had any threats whatsoever. Most people understand what I'm doing. I just want it legal for everybody. I want everybody's record destroyed and anybody in jail set free from pot. Dispensaries, as far as I'm concerned, are federal traps. Me, if I was looking for cannabis, I'd see my local guy. He ain't going to tax me and he ain't going to take away my right to bear arms.
Yes, sir.
When you get the federal government out, you got to remember it's a federal trap. Let's say Trump's plane crashed today. Pence goes in tomorrow, declares it a 7-year drug sting, and puts all these people that they have on audio and video violating federal law in prison legally. See, people aren't thinking about that. So I think most people like the fact that I just go around and tell and spread the truth. I don't think too many people hate 420 Jim. I would hope not. I spread peace and love to anyone. People forget we're simply human beings on planet Earth. Come out of the box. And what I mean by that is, if you were born and I put you in a box and I let you out right now, what would you know? Nothing.
Nothing at all. No.
So you're taught everything you know. Come out of that box. Look around. Some people are going to say it's round. Some's going to say it's flat. I don't care if it's a triangle. It's still planet Earth. What I see, human beings. They all come in this world necking nothing, leave necking nothing, bleed red. We're all brothers and sisters known as human beings. And you spread peace and love to any human being with your left. You carry your sword in your right and defend your family. That's life. And that's what I like to teach and preach and tell everyone. Get over yourselves. Peace, love, and cannabis for all.
Yes, sir. You've been saying you've been doing this since 2014, right?
Yeah.
What gave you the courage and the encouragement to do this?
Yahweh. Our Creator, Yahweh. I mean, He's walked with me this last 6 years. God, our Creator, the beginning and the end.
Have you had any doubts throughout your journey?
No. I've just been blessed the whole time. The fire and having another new vehicle, all the people I've met. Atlantic East Motion Pictures wants to do a movie about me and all. I mean, it's just been a blessed journey. And it's the Creator that sent me on this journey, and nobody could ever convince me any different. But see, man's religion is control. You won't find religion in any building upon this earth. I'm sorry, my friend. You might find a good pastor and stuff and good fellowship and friendship. But religion is in your heart and your soul, or you never find it. And it's coming out of the box. You spread peace and love to anybody that wants that, and defend your family. And then we're good in the eyes of our Creator, because trust me, there is a Creator. And the way this world's going, we need to start turning things around. Hemp paper, hemp fuel, hemp clothes, and hemp food will change our world.
You said your real name right now is 420 Jim. What used to be your actual name?
My name used to be James H. Stevens for many years, and Facebook makes me use that name, which is illegal. The judge on July 8th of this year legally changed my name. My first name's Four, F-O-U-R. My middle name's 20, T-W-E-N-T-Y. And my last name's Jim. So I had Jim as my first name for 60 years.
Okay.
Now I get it as my last name for a couple, I hope.
What gave you the courage to change your name to 420 Jim?
I don't think it took any courage. I mean, For years, I've been called that in the media and on TV.
Yeah.
I signed my shirts 420 Jim, so I just wanted to make it legal.
Okay. Yeah. You've been on a couple news channels, right?
Oh yeah, I've been in a bunch.
What's the recent news channel that you've been on?
Oh gosh, you'd have to go down my Facebook timeline. It was just the other day in Henryville or something. I would have, I'd have to look it up.
And you've been making a living doing this?
No, you don't make a living doing this. I have to actually stop a month out of the year or so and paint apartments and stuff to put money in it. I'm the biggest cash donor ever in this journey. I started it with the first motorhome and $5,000, and every year, if you followed me on my journey on Facebook, you'll see I've taken off at least 1 month and put $3,000 back into it.
Really?
Because you run into spots. Yeah, there's no organization or nothing behind me. Normal, none of them's behind me. This is me and my dog and the American people. And whether a person donates a dime, a dollar, or a hug, I let them tag my cannabis. If they make a $10 donation and want to pick out a shirt, I let them. But I only make my shirts in large. It's for my autograph and date. I don't want to be known as a shirt maker and have to buy a license to make, sell shirts and different sizes. No. I just love to give back to the people that support the mission.
Okay. And you have any special message to the youth out there that's listening?
Yeah, you just gotta. Nobody's scared of that single wasp. You can dodge and dodge it. They're scared of the hive. You need to get together in peace and love, and you can change the world. The violence and stuff, it don't work. Get along in peace and love and spread that. You don't want our president. You don't hate him out. You peace and love it, and you do like I do. And you make a simple, like, it's not really a protest, but then again, it is. People say what I do. They miss the very first thing I done. And it's so obvious. The very first thing I do that people miss?
What's that?
I got their attention. And they
Like
don't realize that
Like it.
until I tell them, the first thing I've already done, I've got your attention. They're like, wow. And I do. And this day and age, anybody that says the cannabis plant is bad is uneducated. And I'd love to help them. Other than that, they're a plain liar. And we can't help the liars. And that sounds harsh, but it's just the pure truth. We've been lied to about the plant. They need to make it a God-given herb. I'd like Trump to destroy everybody's record and let everybody in jail, whether it's a city, a county, or a federal jail, if they're in there for pot alone, and I don't care if they had 10 ton on it, let them free. Nobody should go to jail for a God-given herb. You can call yourself a Christian, but if you tell me cannabis is bad, what are you telling me? A, your Bible's a lie, or B, God stutters. Trust me, God don't stutter. He walks with me in my heart.
Exactly. That's how you made it this far, right?
That's how I make it this far. So they need to quit calling themselves Christians unless they go ahead and give us the most beneficial plant on earth. And if you check it out in the Hebrew Bible, Exodus 30:23 will tell you one of the 3 ingredients in the anointing oil was cannabosum. So if you ever wonder why it's got the healing properties, it was in the anointing oil for Christ's sake.
Okay. I like it. You have any other special messages to the people out there looking at this right now?
Peace, love, and cannabis from 420 Jim. Anybody can go to 420jim.com and sign the petition. It just takes 3 simple things: name, address, and email. You can follow me. There's a button that leads you to my Facebook page. You can follow me on my journeys. I promised the vets back in 2015 I'll be out here until it's done. The highest honor I'd ever get in my life was when the vets asked me to be their voice. I'm not a vet. I'm their voice. We're going to do it.
And when was that when they asked you to do their highest honor?
That was back in 2015 at the 35th Vietnam Veterans Reunion in Greentown, Indiana.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They invited me there. I've got pictures from it. It's on my timeline. I go there every year now. And usually twice a year. I'll go in June for the newer vets and in September for the Vietnam vets.
And you made that promise to keep on doing this, right?
Oh, yeah. As long as I'm physically able and can keep her on the road, yeah. And see, my dad growing up taught me a couple things. He says, you're only as good as your word, and a handshake's a contract. And see, I grew up old school like that. And I shook a lot of vets and a lot of their family's hand and swore that I'd keep on. So, there's times I wanted to quit, but I can't. I gave my word to the vets, and I'll be out here every day I can.
Yes, sir. I like that message. Well, thank you for your time, and hopefully this journey on you keeps on going.
Thank you so much. Peace, love, and cannabis for all.
Thank you, 420 Jim.
I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you,
Appreciate your
thank you.
time.
Hey, yeah, y'all more welcome to come back.